So I want to talk to you a little bit more about overcoming fear of having these difficult conversations and getting involved in conflict. And I have had so many clients over the years say to me, you don't understand. You don't understand my relationship with my boss. I can't say that. I can't bring that up. Or you don't understand my relationship with my mother. I can't talk about that. Or no, I could never do that. I could never say that. And we tell ourselves these stories. We have this belief that we can't do certain things, that we're not able to do it. And the reality is of course we can, but how do we change our own thinking around it? How do we overcome that fear to be able to have those conversations? And so I always like to look at inspiration from other areas. And I'll never forget a girlfriend of mine telling me this story. And I kind of recall it many times when I feel really fearful about things, where she was off there. They were living somewhere in the South Pacific for a very short period of time. Her husband was doing some work there. And she wasn't working at the time. She didn't have a visa. So she decided she was going to learn how to get a scuba diving certificate. But she was really terrified of the water. And wherever they were in this area, that there are known to be sharks in the area. And so she said when she was doing the course and she went out for the big dive, she was just like so freaked out and so stressed out thinking about sharks. And she'd blown this thing up into this like huge issue in her mind. And she said she remembered that finally how she got over it. She was out there, she was in the boat, and she just said, okay, that's it. I'm going to die. This is it. You know what? I'm going to get eaten by a shark and it's going to be okay. I'm just going to enjoy the view while I'm out here. That's okay. I know what the worst possible thing that can happen here, and I can live with it, I think. Yeah, I have no choice. I mean, clearly most of us don't want to think about having to live with being eaten by a shark, but she had come to grips with that was the worst thing that can happen, and she was ready to face it head on. And she said she got in the water and she's kind of flailing around, and then she just embraced it and enjoyed it. And I just love that story. So sometimes just thinking about what is actually the worst thing that can happen? What is the worst thing that can happen? And, can you live with it? Can you live with it? And a lot of times the answer is yes. It's not, even the worst case scenario isn't that bad. And then maybe we even flip around and say, what's the worst thing that can happen if I don't have that conversation? And that might be a lot worse than what might happen if we do have it, the worst case scenario. So just another way to think about overcoming your fear. You're not swimming with sharks. This isn't a life or death situation. And that's just a great reminder to me when I feel that fear. I think about that story. Not only does it make me smile, but I think it's a great encouragement. All right, everybody, until next time, remember, you could be one conversation away from having anything you want.